Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University, this is a Channel 18 Rockbridge News Update.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's Rockbridge Live Update. I'm Shauna Muckle. The jury in Kyle Rittenhouse's homicide trial has begun deliberations. Earlier today, at the direction of the judge, Rittenhouse used a raffle tumbler to randomly draw and narrow down the panel of 18 jurors to 12. They are deliberating the 5 counts he faces. The jury can consider lesser offenses for 2 of the charges. If Rittenhouse is convicted of the most serious charge, he could face life in prison. Last year, when he was 17, he shot 3 people, killing 2, during the unrest in Kenosha, Wisconsin, after the police shooting of Jacob Blake. The prosecution says Rittenhouse provoked the incident by pointing his AR-15 style weapon at one of the victims. The defense says he was acting in self-defense. President Xi of China warned the U.S. on Taiwan as the two held their most substantial talks since Joe Biden took office. Xi told the U.S. president, quote, "Whoever plays with fire will get burnt." CNN's David Culver has more.
A pandemic-style face-to-face meeting.
看到老朋友感到很高兴。
The first time President Joe Biden speaking virtually with Chinese President Xi Jinping. The conversation lasting more than 3 hours, covering a range of issues that have brought relations between these two countries to an all-time low. A senior U.S. administration official calling the talks respectful, straightforward, and open, a healthy debate in which Biden was clear and candid on a range of human rights concerns. In response, Xi telling Biden that China is ready to have dialogues on human rights on the basis of mutual respect, but we oppose using human rights to meddle in other countries' internal affairs. On trade, Biden also pressing Xi to uphold China's commitments to the Phase 1 trade deal, negotiated under former President Trump. They also talked Taiwan, China's so-called red line. China has been putting military pressure on the self-ruling democracy, firm in believing it should be reunified under Beijing control. Xi stressing that on Taiwan, the U.S. is playing with fire. Following the meeting, Chinese state media immediately reporting their version, tweeting, "Biden reiterates that the U.S. government does not support Taiwan independence." But the White House had a different take, in a statement stressing, "The United States strongly opposes unilateral efforts to change the status quo or undermine peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait."
To ensure that the competition between our countries does not veer into conflict.
发展都处在
China and the United States need to increase communication and cooperation.
The meeting, as expected, yielding no major outcomes.
The sort of the long-term structural challenges between the U.S. and China have really yet to be addressed. This could be the start of a process for that to happen.
Perhaps the warm gestures, a sign of progress in countering the frigid relations. David Culver, CNN, Beijing.
Virginia Republicans are on track to win a majority in the House of Delegates, according to results certified by the state yesterday. But 2 races where Republicans are leading by slim margins are eligible for recounts, leaving open the possibility of a 50-50 split in the chamber. The certified results show Republicans leading in 52 districts and the Democrats leading in 48. Neither Democratic candidate has said yet whether they intend to seek recounts. Virginia Tech head football coach Justin Fuente have mutually agreed to part ways. The move comes with 2 games left in his 6th season with the Hokies. Fuente was 43-31 during his time in Blacksburg. The Hokies travel to Miami on Saturday to close the season in Charlottesville against Virginia. New York is ready to ring in 2022 with its traditional New Year's Eve ball drop. Thousands of people can once again attend the event at the city's iconic Times Square, after last year's virtual celebration because of the pandemic. But Mayor Bill de Blasio says there are some restrictions, including proof of vaccination and photo ID requirement for all who attend. Officials say those who can't be vaccinated must wear a mask and show proof of a negative COVID-19 test within 72 hours. That's all for today's Rockbridge Live Update. You can stay up to date on regional news by visiting rockbridgereport.wlu.edu. Join us again on Thursday at 5 p.m. for the Rockbridge Report.